Hi everyone, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to the show Listen to Mentor, featuring the very highly successful, talented people and the top 1% people in the world. A leader is a one who knows the way and goes the way and shows the way. I'm Akshay Rajsheakaran here talking to none other than our great alumni Srinidhi over here and who is currently the 6th president of Rotaract Club of Bangalore, Seshadripuram, doing his M.tech and also a teacher, motivational speaker, administrator, and environmental engineer, founder and director of VEDA. Welcome to the show, Srinidhi. And I will be asking a set of series of questions to you. And as a child, what did you want to do and when you grow up?
Thank you for a warm welcome, Akshay, and it's indeed pleasure being a part of your channel and the series which you're taking up. So, as a child, I always wanted to be a teacher. I remember telling my mother that I want to build a school and take classes for the students. So, I used to teach imaginary students since my LKG. I remember taking classes for UKG students when I was in LKG. I used to teach them poems, make them recite, etc. And I used to teach imaginary students. So my passion towards teaching grew up when I was in a very young age. And I stand very strong on that concept of change through education, which I'm working on at present.
Oh, it sounds so great and awesome. And the next question is as per your view, who is considered a great leader?
A great leader is... There's no exact definition for a great leader, just like how you quoted, leader knows the way, he goes the way and shows the way. A leader has to have a vision to take forward, he should plan, he should know how to execute it, he should know how to motivate, he or she should know how to motivate his team, and should be in a state of sacrificing. Because sacrifice is an important thing. Only when certain things are kept aside, the rest of the ambition can be reached. That's what I feel. And the leader has also to take the responsibility of preparing the next team or the next leader. So mentoring is also one of the important qualities of a leader, and I feel Listen to Mentor is the right platform for that. So you're also a great leader.
Yes. Thank you, Srinidhi. And the next question, what I wanted to ask is, who is your inspiration and what inspired to be where you are today?
Of course, my parents are my inspiration. So my parents have given me a lot of values, moral values in life, and they have taught me what to do, what not to do. And my principal, Mrs. Anita Thomas, she is also one of the inspiration whom I follow, especially in teaching. And my role model is, of course, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. So there is no need to explain or describe him. He is a teacher of teachers. He is the people's president. And he is with us, even though not physically, but he is in every one of us through his principles and through his work. So he is my inspiration.
Yes, absolutely. APJ Abdul Kalam, he's not only inspiration for you, he's for all the people in India and children, and all the children also love him for the work he has done. And the next question is what do you like when you're when you are in your spare time, what exactly you do?
Time is not measured as quantitatively, if not in physical quantities like seconds, minutes and hours. There is nothing called as spare time or working time. I feel everyone should keep themselves busy with work always. So I don't keep myself empty or lazy or lethargic any point of time. I'm involved in many activities. I have my own academy, VEDA, which is Vidya Dekula Educational and Developmental Academy. I take classes there. I also have experience of teaching students. I am presently a member of Rotaract Club of Bangalore, Seshadripuram, which is a part of Rotary International, and I'm serving as a president, the 6th president of the club for this year, 2019-20.
Okay.
And I serve as a secretary of Reva University Alumni Association. I am the member of Consultative Group of Principal Scientific Advisor of India. And I just don't find spare time. I keep working always, but if in case I really find a time where I want to give it to myself, I spend it on reading, singing, and also my hobbies are numismatics and philately, collection of coins and stamps, and I study about them and I learn more about them so I can increase my knowledge.
Yes, you have so much of knowledge and it's like never ending. And the next question is, as you are a president of Rotaract Club, tell the youth what are the benefits of joining the club. And it's very important these days. People gamble away the time going to movies here and there, and they lose their time, right? Time is the only thing. Once it is lost, you can't get, right? Money you can make today or tomorrow, but time, everyone has limited number of time. Whether he is a very rich, filthy rich, or normal person, everyone has equal time. You have only 86,400 seconds. We have to use it very wisely, right? Please tell me the benefits.
So Rotary International started 114 years ago. This is 115th year in the world. So it started in Rotary Club of Chicago was the first club. And Rotary in India is 100 years old. This year it is turning 100. Rotaract is nothing but Rotary in action. So basically Rotaract clubs consist of young people like me and you who are 18 to 30 years of age, and they work on various projects, in fact community service or professional service or international service. So Rotaract is all about networking, working, developing oneself into a leader. So I would tell, it's not just serving the society or giving back to the society. You take something back by actually working for the society. Say, for example, you're teaching a student, you're learning how to teach. If you're working with a poor person, or if you're working with a person of a economically weak background, you try to network with them and you learn the art of dealing with the things in a different way than how you deal with it in a normal way. And also you deal with a lot of people whom you actually don't know at all. People from other clubs. Today I met people, Rotaractors from Brazil who are studying in Reva. So it's a good networking platform, I would feel.
And like, how do you manage like both academics and so many things you do? Like you tell you are president of Rotaract Club, as well as you are alumni of Reva University, and you do so many things. How do you do all these things? And you are reading also, like you are pursuing your M.tech, right, at BMS?
Yes. I'm pursuing my M.tech in BMS College of Engineering. I'm doing my M.tech in Environmental Engineering. So where there is a will, there is a way. That's what I feel. And I have dedicated my time. I divide my time according to which is important and which is not important. Where of course I'm a little bad in keeping fun at the end of the list. So I keep more time for what is worth for others. I love to help people and I love to work for the benefit of the others. So that gains more prominence in my list. So when I do that, academics is of course it goes on. I try to concentrate. I always tell my students a straightforward formula. When you're in the class, you have to love. Okay, so I gave them a formula: love, rupa, tr. So love is listen, observe, visualize the examples. So when you listen to the teacher, when you observe where they are, when you visualize the examples given by the teacher, half of your studies is done. And at home it is RUPA, Rupa, that is read, understand, practice and apply the knowledge. And if you need to be perfect in studies, TR, teach it and undergo a research or take up some research related to that particular topic, so where you will learn more. So I feel this is what is important for students to do. There is nothing like when few people tell we don't have time for certain things, I really tend to question them. What are you actually doing? Do you work? Do you take care of your family? Are you earning for your family? What is the meaning of saying we don't have time for certain things? As a youth, I guess we need to make up time for each and everything which helps us in our development. I guess that is more important, just like how we are doing.
Yes. And like everyone in the world has equal time. It's all about like how you manage your time, like everything. And play while you play, work while you work. Have a very systematic approach. Only then like you can get great things. All the celebrities, all the great people manage the time very well. That's why they become next level people. And like, what could you like people to remember about you one day, like Srinidhi? Yes.
So it's a good question asked. I always tell my students one thing. I don't remember when, but I remember reading this story. And I don't remember which story it is, but I don't remember the name of the character, but I remember one line from that story where the person says, we should live in such a way that when a person dies, he should be remembered by 4 people for 10 days. In Kannada we say 4 ದಿನ 10 ಜನ ನಾವು ಹೋದಾಗ ನಮ್ಮ ಹೆಸರನ್ನ ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು. So that is the principle which I follow. So it's not that I work for fame or anything like that. I need to make some motivational works or inspiring work that it motivates someone else to do more work. So my life is based on this principle that I should be helpful, and people who receive help from me should be helpful to others. And in this way, I guess the world will be a happy place to live in.
Yes, absolutely. It sounds so great and fantastic. And like next question is like, until now, like how many colleges and schools have you visited, and what are the kind of programs you organized and you delivered over there?
VEDA is my own academy where I teach students. So I have students from various schools and colleges coming there for tutorials and classical dance and stuff. I have also worked for a private school in Bangalore for almost 3 years, where I had also been the chief coordinator of that school. So other than that, this year we have adopted a government school where we are teaching the students. And for projects, or maybe women hygiene projects which my Rotaract club is undertaking, or myself dealing with the students, taking classes for them or motivating them through my motivational speaks, I have visited around 5 to 6 colleges and somewhere around 10 to 12 schools as of now, because I started off recently since 1.5 or 2 years visiting different schools for motivational talks. I guess I have done a good deal in that.
Yeah, it sounds so great and nice. And as per your view, you have visited to so many schools and colleges. What are the things still India is lagging, and how it can be improved from your point of view?
India doesn't lack anything. We already have everything in abundance. Just like how Mahatma Gandhi said, nature has given us what is required for our need, but not for our greed. So we don't lack in anything as such. We have a good culture, tradition, which is the richest among everyone. And we have good amount of people complain about employment issues and stuff. There is a good job opportunity. But one thing which is lacking in Indian education system is the skills are not being taught. The students have to be taught with the skills. They should be taught how to lead a life, whether or not they are in a particular stream. Say, if a person is an engineer, it doesn't mean that he has to be an engineer itself. It doesn't mean he has to work under someone. It can also mean that he can use his engineering life or the knowledge which he has acquired through his engineering studies to bring out something new, like an entrepreneur. He can be an edupreneur. He can get into administration. Doesn't mean that he has to stick on to one particular thing. So Indians, one thing which India is suffering from is what I would call perception. Perception of seeing things as low. Working as an accountant in a hotel or working as a waiter in a hotel is not a bad thing. It's not something which is low. And there is no job called as a low grade jobs. Even a person who maintains the house, that is a homekeeping staff or a security, they also earn a lot. It doesn't mean that they are earning less than a person who is a graduate or anything like that. A Ola driver or a Uber driver gets a lot of money. So Indians need to come out of a perception that there is some jobs which are no greater and some jobs which are of lower grade, and some are bad or some are not good for the status of a person. If this mindset is relieved from the people, I guess it will help us to take up to a greater extent. It will take us, India as a country, to a greater extent. The perception has to change, and the students need to imbibe skills in them whenever they are growing up. Along with education, skills have to improve.
And like one last question which I wanted to ask, like what is your one message which you give to all the followers as well as all your fans and all your friends and people over here?
Okay, I would like to quote my role model's quote. A dream is not the one you see in sleep. A true dream doesn't let you sleep. So keep dreaming, but also remember that the future of the country is on your shoulders. So to all the students and youth who are there, stop blaming, stop complaining, stop cribbing and crying over things which are not happening. Get up on your feet and do something. You're capable of doing something. It's all in what you think you can. So I always tell my students, think I can. That I can gives a lot of motivation to you. And even a person who fails has passed in the exam. A person who was nothing, who was not a leader, has become a good leader in life. So I think if we think we can do something, we can do a lot of things. That's what I would like to tell the youth of the country, to all the youth of this nation. Take up the responsibility of the country. The future is on your shoulders. Keep it safe and pass it on to the next generation of the leaders. Mentor them and also see that that future is also safe, because if you keep the future safe by treating it in a very good way, I guess you can take it forward.
And all the best, Srinidhi, for your future, and congratulations and thanks for joining us and for your time. And all the viewers, I recommend you to follow Srinidhi. He is available on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Can you tell what's your channel name?
Yeah, Srinidhi SU, Facebook page, Insta, Twitter, YouTube channel, everything is Srinidhi SU. Okay, yes. Follow, like, subscribe, and keep watching. And keep watching to listen to Mentor.
Yes. And thank you. Bye-bye. See you soon. And this is the first edition, and we'll be featuring all the top leaders, CEOs, multimillionaires, all the change makers very soon in this channel. Keep supporting. I'm into a mission to help the people who are making the world a better place to live. And thank you everyone, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. See you. Bye-bye.